Hello, I'm Zirconix and welcome back to EU4, playing as France. Now, you may notice since the last video that time has advanced a little bit. I recorded an hour's worth of gameplay that unfortunately got lost as the hard drive failed, so with this being Iron Man, there's no real way I can go back either to what I had previously, so I've decided to just power on. Not too much happened. Provence got excommunicated, our alliance broke with them, and they got eaten up by Savoy, by us, by Burgundy, and we also had a bit of a fight with Brittany, took two of their provinces off them. Burgundy's grown a bit. They're now fighting against England, so England is not doing too well at the moment. That war's been going on quite a while, I believe. Yeah, so Burgundy are winning it quite easily currently. So we've managed to expand a little bit. So we're taking some of Brittany because that was our really only expansion option that wasn't England or Burgundy. We've taken Provence, the province of Provence. That gets confusing to say. So that's kind of split between us and Savoy and the Papal States now, what used to be Provence down here. Oh, we got Anjou off Provence up here as well. So we're expanding, we're doing alright. I think what we want to do next, let's check truces, who we got truce with. England is coming up in 1460. So we can take these back then, depending what Burgundy leaves us with. Brittany, we've got a truce till 1471, a while off. And Galway 1471 as well, because they were allied with Brittany. Other than that, we're good to go. I want Avignon off the Papal States, but I also don't want to piss off the Pope, because currently I am the Pope. Well, I'm in control of the Curia anyway, so that's almost as good as being the Pope. We currently have a 25% chance of being the next Curia controller as well, when the next Pope dies, which will give us... it gives us an extra diplomat, gives us prestige, advisor costs, tech costs are reduced. It's good to be the papal controller, but it's not going to be so good if we piss the Pope off so much. He is threatened by us, as he well should. I mean, I don't care what he does in his Italian lands, but come on, Avignon, it's a French name, it belongs to us, it's one of our cores. I mean, it's not literally one of our cores, but it should be one of our cores. Our cause at the moment is only Normandy to get, and then we get the achievement. But like I said, I'm not going just for the achievement in this. I want to take French lands, properly French lands as we know them today. So Brittany, Normandy, this bit of Burgundy and so on, and the rest of Provence. That's all going to be ours before I'll consider this run done. So we can core Anjou. Well, we can't because you don't have the admin power at the moment. So we'll have to wait for that to tick up. We just started coring on Nantes and Rennes, so take those two. So our Brittany war just ended, just before the hard drive crash. So we've got exiled armies, which means they're in foreign lands where they don't belong. To get them out of there. Our tech has advanced. Let's see what techs are we at now. We are at 555 and everything. We're ahead of time by 8 years currently on all the next tech, so Tech 6 isn't due for another 8 years. We should have points to get Tech 6 on time. But we do have the institution's tech penalty. That is due to the Renaissance happening over here in Mantua. It's slowly spreading. These green provinces are the ones it's spread to, the ones with the striped borders it's on its way to. So it's spreading slowly, we're sort of getting there. I'm not too worried about it at the moment. You do have a little bit of a backlog when trying to get to Tech 6 because of this, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. We do have ideas. We have idea groups. So I can pick an ideas group. We'll use monarch points of one type to get ideas rather than technologies, which is great if you're ahead in one particular tech or points. So we're 424, but we're getting 898 because we focused on Diplo. We could change that. So we could see, what would that be? So that would go down to 7 if we change that. That would So it'd be 9, 7, 9 if we didn't focus. And then we could put it to 8, 7, 10, I think, if we went to, or 11 to military points. So we could go for a military ideas group to begin with. That would be a good one. I tend to like aristocratic's decent because of the cavalry ability early game. Quality is good because of infantry combat ability, which is always useful no matter when you take it. Naval ideas is trash, especially for us, we don't need it. Quantity, not really a factor. Our manpower is way in advance of our neighbours anyway, just due to our size. Let's look at Diplo ideas. What can we get? Espionage ideas are shit overall, so we won't bother with them. Diplomatic ideas can be good if you're playing a diplomatic game. We're not particularly as France. We are trying to be quite militaristic, so trade, not really our focus. Exploration, not our focus, at least not at the present time. Maritime ideas, useless to us. Influence ideas, I like them in some games. That was really useful in my games of the Holy Roman Empire, but again, not too much use here. Admin ideas are generally really good. You've got things like innovative ideas, which can reduce tech cost, which over the course of the game pays for itself. We have admin ideas and give us extra money and core creation costs lowered. Economist can improve our money. Now, the problem with admin ideas is you need admin points for the tech to get more ideas groups, so it's very hard to use admin ideas, I think, especially because you're using admin points a lot more than the rest. Military points you don't tend to use outside of tech. I mean, you get generals and so on, but far less than coring lands that you use for admin points, and Diplo points you use on Diplo diplomatic peace treaties when you win wars, which hopefully we'll be doing a lot of. So I'm going to stick to a military idea, I think, but I might change the focus. I'll see how it pans out. And I think we will go for, see, aristocratic will give us tech cost and military will be reduced, which will be good. Autonomy change will go down. Manpower will go up. Army tradition will be slowed, the decay will be slowed, so that'll be good. And we get an extra leader over there. More mercenaries. Yeah, I'm liking aristocratic ideas, or quality, that's the other one. That infantry combat ability. We've got to look as well as our national ideas. Once we get, I think that's about 6 ideas worth. Yeah, we need 3 to unlock an idea, so by the time we get to 6 we'll have unlocked a land, which improves our military capabilities massively as France. That is one of the best ideas that France can have. So we want to get to 6 ideas quite quickly. So that's almost the full idea group. These naval ones in quality though are useless to us, so could go offensive. Make our land leader shock value better, that's really good. Do we have leaders? I think my generals both died, so I don't have any generals currently. Alright, we do have one general. He has a 3-1-1-3, so he's a good siege general. So I could take that idea in quality, in offensive ideas. When we get a new general, he'll be a bit better shock. So we could have a general for siege, which we've got, and then this general that hopefully will have decent shock pips would be good for actual fighting. And then we can get an extra fire one later on. Fire and shock pips are always useful. Prestige from land battles going up, that would be great. Siege ability, that is wonderful to have, I would like that. Yeah, you know what, I'm going offensive ideas. We'll take it. Okay, that's that sorted. We can set a naval doctrine. Yeah, that wouldn't cost us a lot of money because we don't have many ships at the moment. We can't have wooden wall because that's England only. Fleet in being gives us modifier of maintenance. Galleys, they're very useful for the Mediterranean, which we might expand to at some point. I can't see it being a particularly good area for us to fight navally. Naval powers we'd come up against, maybe Genoa, Savoy. Savoy have no heavies, 2 lights, 3 galleys, and 6 transports. But Savoy are allies at the moment, so we don't have to worry about them anyway. Papal States could be interesting. Papal States might have an army, a navy, sorry. So, ship trade power, we're not getting any trade power off our ships. Particularly, we've sent some off in Genoa, but that's not a big deal. A chance to capture enemy ships. I don't think it's worth setting one for 100 ducats, to be honest. I think we'll leave that. We'll turn off our forts while we're here, save a bit of money. Okay, so we'll ignore that. We can make states, Provence and Vasconia. We don't want to do either of those because you only have one province out of the 3 in those areas. We have claims everywhere. Got a lot of claims on Burgundy. Got another claim on Brittany still. We could... Yeah, we've got a spy network going in Brittany, so let's fabricate another claim on them. Get Armor as one of ours. So, Avignon... Papal States is going to be our next target, I think, apart from England. They are allied with Trier and Portugal. Not a huge deal. Trier is over here somewhere. Yeah, they'll have a smallish army we can smash, not too big of a deal. Papal States themselves are a bigger worry, but if they can't necessarily get to us, we could just occupy Avignon and then fend them off. Get war score. That could be a good way of doing it. Portugal, I've fought war against them before and they didn't get anywhere near me because they just stayed over here. The ships were a bit of a problem, but didn't do too much. So I think Papal States could be a good one to go after. We can be Defender of the Faith. We don't want to because then we get called into all sorts of wars if anyone's Christian, which they will be. We can build province improvements. Anything worth building? We do have a bit of cash. Can we increase tax anywhere? Paris, Aquitaine would be good. Sure, we'll get those 2 in. Marketplace to increase trade power. Massively in Provence, 4.44 extra. Yep, we'll do that. And we don't want to build any more forts, so that's all we can do for now. Unrest. We've got unrest due to the provinces we've occupied and then having an extension on them, which will drop once we've cored these. We haven't started coring yet. So I think we're good to go for now. We can unpause and carry on. Oh, don't want to have speed 5. Nevers have claimed one of our provinces. Well, you can't have it. There's going to be a big fight between us and Burgundy at some point. Who are our allies? Castile and Savoy. Yeah, we should be able to win if Burgundy declare on us. Can't call in our allies unless we have enough favours with them. We only have 5 with Castile, so we've got to wait 5 more years before we can call them into a war. And Savoy, we could call Savoy in, so we could attack Burgundy and bring them in. They are allied with Oldenburg, who's 1 province minor, I believe. It's somewhere up here. Anyway, they're allied with Oldenburg and Switzerland. Switzerland's a bit of a bigger deal. Could have Savoy fight Switzerland for us while we fight Burgundy. And their vassals. The vassals are the problem. If it was just Burgundy, I wouldn't be too bothered about smashing them, but vassals gives them extra manpower. Because even a 1 province minor of a vassal will have easily 6k troops, 7k troops to worry about. We could build more troops, of course. Let's see, what are we at troops wise? We are 36k troops out of 42k possible. We're making money. Making 6.62 a month, even though we've got full maintenance at the moment. So I think what we want to do is get our army together. We might build a few more. And we'll start them drilling, and then I think England will be our next actual war, because we've got a truce coming up with them. 2 years, so let's get our armies together, we'll drill for the 2 years, and then we'll get ready to attack England. If Burgundy's left us with anything What is Burgundy actually after? Burgundy's after Caen and Calais. So if they only take Caen, that's okay. We can take these three in the next war. Okay, we have our plan. Let us do it. So let's grab our troops together. I think I'll get everyone into one. Or no, we'll leave those there. We'll get these together and we'll split out as we need. So we've got 11-4 and 17-4 here. Okay, let's build a few more. So that'll put us to 11, 14-4 there, 15-4 there. Let's stick with that for now. So we get you drilling. Oh, we'll put them all together for drilling actually if we can. Serbia's gone bankrupt. Right, the problem is we don't have the supply limits anywhere. Ah, England have accepted peace with Burgundy. They've ceded Calais, but they've left Caen. And they've had to lose their Irish vassals. Interesting, that keeps England a bit weaker. That is very good for us. It does mean, unfortunately, that Burgundy might be looking to attack us very soon. Okay, well let's let you guys go to Paris. That should support us supply limit wise. And then we can drill them all together. We don't want to get another general yet until we have that idea in place for the extra pips. Burgundy's rivaling Castile. England rivals Scotland. Brittany has their independence guaranteed by England. Okay, England, whatever. I'm so scared right now. Oh man. Oh, Florence has peaced out. I didn't know they were at war actually. That was their last war, because not at war now anyway. They've been taken over by Lorrainian separatists. Sure, they'll win that back now they're not fighting against England. Still have too many troops here, so we're getting a bit of attrition. That is not so good. Well, we can take one out. Is that still going to be too much? No, that should be fine. Okay. So we'll drill with those anyway. Get our professionalism going up. Our new troops over here. Ah. So Austria is now the papal controller. Okay, so we didn't win. Let's invest some to becoming the next one. So we currently have a 100% chance. That won't last. Other people will invest. But it's good for now. I think we want to boost our military points. Get these ideas rolling in. So we'll do that. Now we don't want to build a spy network against Brittany anymore. Let's get it going on England, ready for the war, which will be happening relatively soon actually. If we can get that spy network strength up quite high, that'll be very useful for us. Keep our sieges down. Build a spy network there. Okay. Let things tick over now for a while. And we are taking attrition there still, so just grab another 2 out. So it does mean these 7k troops won't be getting any bonuses from drilling. But it'll do. Ah, Savoy have embraced Renaissance. That could be good. That means they might offer us knowledge sharing, which will improve our uptake of Renaissance as well. We can't ask them for it, I don't think. And let's see. Offer knowledge sharing, but you can't request it. So, okay, never mind. Still making money. Foreign quarter of Reims. For a long time, foreign merchants have been settling in Reims to better conduct trade with our country. Lately, however, with the intensified activity of the Duchy of Savoy, the quarter has grown into a city of its own. This is not without its problems. Our own citizens complain that the Savoyard community is growing at their expense. They demand we impose harsher rules on foreign merchants. So we can either encourage foreign community, Savoy will like us a lot, we'll get local development costs will be reduced. I don't do much development at this point, I only really start doing development once I'm rolling in monarch points that I can't spend on tech because I'm too far ahead. Local goods produced in... So whereabouts is Rien? Don't know my French geography all that well. That's up here. Why is Savoy over here? Okay, never mind. 2.5, so 3 would be good. 2.5 isn't great, so having a boost of goods produced isn't a massive thing. Or we can make Savoy a little bit annoyed with us and get more trade power. I'm really not sure what to do, to be honest. Savoy's opinion of us is quite good anyway. I'm going to go for the trade power, I think. I can take that 50 opinion hit, that's not going to be an issue, I can bring that back up. Trade power is good. Development cost will mean nothing to me particularly at this point, and the goods produced I don't think is that big a deal. I could be getting that horrifically wrong, any experts might be shouting at me right now, but I'm going to go for that. Our cores are coming along. Having a lack of coring going on in Anjou is going to be a bit of a pain, but it'll take a lot of admin points unfortunately to core that one because it was a high development province. Let's just wait for these cores to finish. We've stopped trying to improve relations with Brittany. Why were we trying anyway? That was a mistake. That's those 2 cores completed, so that will help our provincial unrest a little bit. Start making Anjou a core. We can make Brittany a state now, 2 out of 5. We'll leave it for now. And in fact, been going more than 20 minutes now, so I think I'll call it there for this episode. Thanks for watching everyone, and I will see you next time.